name is Ashley Mistowski, and today I'm going to discuss UPS safe work methods. UPS has approximately 395,000 employees worldwide. It's important to work fast and safe. Each shift usually lasts 4 to 5 hours with processing 15,000 to 22,000 packages on each posi. In the hub, each posi has a north side, which has 16 chutes, and a south side that has 16 chutes as well. So working safe and fast is the main goal at UPS, especially with peak season right around the corner. Safety is the #1 concern. Today our goals and objectives we're going to go over is the stretches, 8 keys to lifting and lowering, 5 keys to slips and falls, and our yard control safety methods. First, each night before you start up, everyone meets in a circle with their supervisor. We stretch as a group. We want to make sure that we stretch our shoulders, arms, legs, wrists, calves, backs, especially with the volume picking up. It's always important to, if you feel more sore, to stretch longer if you need be. So we will just go ahead and stretch like we would do as a group. We hold each stretch for 10 seconds, longer if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, go to the other side. Get your arm behind. It's important to grab your elbow. Left side. Now we're going to go and we're going to stretch our hamstrings. We use a lot of our legs. That's the main goal, is to save our backs, is to work our legs. Alright, we're almost here. Let's grab, hold on to something. Usually in the whirlpool we have chutes or different objects. Just watch what you hold on to, make sure it isn't a belt that's currently moving. And then we'll do the left leg. Do our wrist real fast, and we'll be done stretching. We'll move on to our 8 keys, lifting and lowering. Alright. 8 keys to lifting and lowering is 1, get close to the object. Position your feet shoulder width apart. You want to bend at the knees. It's always important to grasp the package or object with opposite and diagonal corners. Get a firm grip. Lift with a smooth, steady motion. Pivot, don't twist. And use existing equipment to help assist you. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate the 8 keys to lifting and lowering. Use my package. Obviously the packages that we lift are a lot heavier, or look a lot like a box. So most of the time that people, when they get hurt, you always see them bending over at the wrong way, or not using safe methods. That happens a lot with the new hires. They want to do shortcuts because they're not used to loading fast, so they'll do whatever they can to get the job done fast. So first thing we're going to do is, this is how you demonstrate if you do something wrong. So a lot of times people do this, it hurts their back, and they end up coming up on their legs. A lot of times if the box or the package is too heavy, they get off balance, or they fall over, or they strain on their back. That is totally wrong. That's not good at all. So what we want to do when there are 8 keys lifting and lowering, so we want to get close to the object, whatever the box is. Sometimes you get odd earrigs in UPS. It could be a muffler, it could be metal or wood. So you really gotta, really think about this. So you get close to the object. You want to position your feet shoulder width apart. That way you can have good balance. You're going to bend at your knees, so you want to get low. Once you bend at your knees, this is really important. As the volume picks up, we want to make sure we bend at our knees because we're going to be sore. After you bend at your knees, you're going to grasp the object. So you want to grasp the package that you're doing, opposite diagonal corners. That's important, so that the package doesn't shift. You don't know what is always in that box. So it's important to grasp the opposite diagonal corners, one at the top and one at the bottom. Once you do that, you're going to get a firm grip. You want to hold on to the package. The labels that are usually on the top, do not always trust the weight. It might say 10 pounds on the box, but that's not always true. So if you got your firm grasp, you bend at your knees, get your opposite diagonal corners. You're going to lift with a smooth, steady motion. You don't want to be off balance, so you're going to lift smooth. When you got the box, you're going to pivot. Don't twist. This can hurt your knees, hurt your back, hurt anything. So you want to pivot. Actually pivot your foot around. After you pivot, you can, if you're loading a tall container, you can have a load stand. If not, you just go ahead and simply put the package in the container or a feeder. That's really important. If you do need a load stand, to step up on it, put the package where it needs to go. Now we're going to discuss the 5 key slips and falls. When you walk through UPS in the hub, all the wings have rollers. That helps the shifters or the ramp people who are bringing the containers in to the unload. This helps the containers roll across the floor. So rolling across the floor, there's rollers all the way throughout. So you got to watch for, they call snakes, which is the metal bands they put around boxes to hold them together. It's important to have good work boots. A lot of people, they'll wear them to the end. For one, they don't realize, but they just say, I'm just going to, be cheap. Your feet get wet. You lose grip on your boots. It's also bad on wear and tear on your back because, if you have walking outside of your feet or anything like that. So slips and falls seems to be one of the number one injuries at UPS. Especially when you have snow or rain, all the changing weather conditions that we have coming up. It's really, really important. Coming inside the building, people will be tracking in wet, salt, anything off their boots. So the 5 key slips and falls. So you want to walk at a brisk pace. This is when you're walking into the building, when you're walking to your work area. It's a very large factory. So walk into your area, just walk at a brisk pace, always paying attention to ahead of you, making sure your shoes are tied. I know that a lot of people that just throw their boots on and run out the door before work. It's important to make sure that you keep your shoes tied. They can get wrapped around the rollers. That's really bad. It's automatic face planting. So we're going to walk at a brisk pace to your work area from break. You want to establish firm footing. You always want to not run or skip or just playing around. It's not really important. It's important not to play around, horseplay. Don't walk on roller chutes or slides. The rollers I was talking about through UPS, they can be slippery. So it's just a roller, it constantly rolls. If you step directly on a roller, it can be slippery or make you come off balance. The chutes, only certified maintenance is allowed to come to. If a package gets jammed at the top, you just let your supervisor know. They'll call it in on the radio. It's important because they spray different sprays on the chutes that can be very slippery, and you're not certified to do it, just like they're probably not certified to load. So there's a position for everyone, and that's their job. Look before stepping for objects or wet spots. Like I said, people coming in, it's going to be wet if it's raining, and the salt and the different changing weather conditions. Make adjustments to changing weather conditions. Coming in, you might have a pair of work boots that you wear in the summertime might be different to the ones that you wear in the wintertime. That's important because you want your feet to be warm. You don't want your feet to be wet. That can cause your foot to slide around inside your shoe. So that's always another big. This is our 5 keys to slips and falls. And again, this is one of our main goals here. Right here, I will show you on the poster board. This is the rollers that I'm talking about that you walk throughout. UPS, that's through the buildings. There's one of the small containers right there, and that's how we get through to our building. Alright, next safe work method that we're going to go over is yard control safety methods. Yard control, when they refer to the yard, that's anywhere the trams that you ride the bus in if you have to take a bus to your work area, the tugs that carry the containers to different buildings or do run-outs. This is mainly for the ramp employees, but it's also important for people who are inside the hub who are not yard control certified, but it's important for them to know this for their own safety. Okay, the first yard control safety method is stay on the walk paths. There's a yellow line on the walk path. Stay only on the yellow. That's it's really bright, and make sure they stay up to date with those. People who walk in and out during the cooler or when it's not as hot, they like to walk in or out. They like to use that. Use existing break rooms. There's break rooms all throughout the building. It's important not to just hang out by the time clock or hang out in your work area, because that can often be mistaken. You could get in trouble because they think that you're just being lazy. So it's always important just to use designated break rooms. Just go down. You're working hard. You're coming in. Just go to your break room and just sit down for your good 10-15 minute break. Third yard control safety method is use designated smoke shacks. Smoking is prohibited anywhere but smoke shacks. This is a big one. They cannot tell you not to smoke at work, but we have jet fuel. We have a lot of flammable liquids that are coming throughout UPS. People are shaving cream, hairspray. We're shipping all these really high flammable liquids. If you are to smoke inside the building, that's automatic termination. That's why we have designated smoke shacks for that. Smoking is prohibited, along with any other tobacco products. The fourth yard control safety method is wear reflective vest. If you are yard control certified, you have to wear reflective vest at all times. If you're in the yard, you always have to have your reflective vest on, and you always have to have earplugs in. Both of those are must every single night. Both of those are provided by UPS, so you don't have to worry about purchasing that when you get hired on. So that's one of the safety methods. Number 5, keep tug keys with you even if you exit the vehicle. Tugs, like I said before, is what we drive around. It's also used not just at UPS, just get if you fly or if you've flown before. They use it for your cargo. This is transportation. You want to keep those keys with you. Each night you are assigned a tug. It may not be the same one, just whichever one. You are responsible until your shift is up, that you go sign that tug out. So it's important to keep your keys with you at all times. Number 6, you want to have a 360-degree visibility while driving in the yard, watching for airplanes and other traffic, just like a highway. You want to stay on your side of the road. You don't want to speed or not follow the speed limit. You want to just stay on your path. It's just like driving. Number 7, place an orange cone while working so that other drivers don't drive through the working area. It seems like it'd be a big one, especially if you're around the airplanes. You want to make sure you have an orange cone so that other drivers, that's a signal. We're all trained the same. We just know, hey, that's an orange cone, watch out, slow down. There might be someone in that work area, or not to drive by that plane. The next one is wear a seatbelt. Just like you were driving in your own vehicle, you want to wear your seatbelt. You never know what can happen. Hopefully nothing bad happens, but it's our safety. Just wear your seatbelt inside the tug. Follow speed limit signs, like I just said. You want to make sure that you're not speeding or you don't want to hit other people. There's so much money involved in all this equipment, especially the airplanes. So this is not your own property. So following the speed limit signs, wearing your seatbelt, all those things are so important because you don't want to destroy UPS property. The last yard control safety method is use designated entrances and exits. I see it oftentimes more than not. People like to walk in what looks like a giant garage door. If that was to come down, that's over 500 pounds of pressure. It's just like a garage door. It's almost got a sensor on it, so it'll raise up when they're coming off the ramp to bring in some containers. And the exit and entrance door is right next to that garage door, so if they see it open, they'll just go ahead and walk through it. If somehow that sensor doesn't register that you're under it and it comes down, that's 500 pounds of pressure coming down on you. So the door is right there next to it. Just make sure to use this, the right entrance and right exit. We don't want someone to get hurt. Alright up here in the top, this is another small picture on the poster board, but this is what one of the tugs look like. This is what I was talking about. Here is one of the ramp employees right over here shifting the containers right off the plane. They are using the garage entrance, and that's mainly what that is used for, is the shifting cans. Now we're going to go over the facts here. I thought this was a cute picture, a little picture of Santa Claus here, because peak season we like to think of ourselves as elves. But this is just some fun facts about UPS and how the operation goes. The World Port in Louisville, Kentucky is the largest fully automated package handling facility in the world. The operation currently turns over 130 aircrafts daily, processing an average of 1.6 million packages a day, with a record of nearly 5 million packages processed on peak day 2013. So last year in peak, peak is known the day after Thanksgiving. Black Friday is the first official day of peak season. That week leading up, our volume picks up. But the week of December 15th through the 21st is when our peak is really climates, and we usually run around 7 million right around December 23rd. So those are our busiest days of the year. Another fun fact, in April 2010, Louisville UPS Worldport expanded, increasing sort capacity to 416,000 packages per hour. So we're doing 416 packages per hour. So this is where our safety comes in. That's why it's so important to not cheat or do shortcuts, because those shortcuts can really affect you for your life. People who, I know UPS their main focus is to get these college students in there, these young kids in there, to not only get their tuition paid for, but to get that fast work pace, not having to worry about having someone who might be older, although they do have a lot of seniority here. The last fact that I have is UPS presently serves over 200 countries and territories, including every single address in North America and Europe. UPS has the world's 9th largest airline with 268 jet aircraft and over 92,000 package cars. 92,000 package cars is the trucks that deliver the packages to your house, the smaller brown trucks. So we have 92,000 package cars. This is our end of our video, and I hope that you learned something about UPS and the safe work methods, and just realize that people do work really hard to get you all your Christmas presents to you as fast as they can, and I hope that this peak season in 2014 turns out a lot better than 2013. Thank you.